Hello everybody, my name's Cody Mitchell. I'm the Technical Sales Manager for Zolar Inc. Today, we're going to be talking about our PowerShrink 600. So what I'm going to first introduce is our software. Our PowerShrink 600 actually has a tool screen to tell the operator exactly what tool holder and which coil, which cooling system that I'm going to use. Furthermore, we have our Zolar ID chip, which actually helps the operator. Again, I don't have to know which holder this is, which diameter. I don't have to use any calipers. All I simply do is hit this scan button, scan, and it automatically pulls up the correct ID. It knows exactly what diameter, and it knows all the parameters, heat shrink and cooling of what to use. So, for example, if I wanted to heat shrink this tool into this holder, I hit OK. It's going to tell me bring the heat shrink coil down to the holder. I hit the start button. And another very main thing to know is once I hit start, because of the parameters, it knows how long to heat each and every time so that somebody's not burning up the holder. Every time it's the same amount of heat, the same amount of portion, the same amount of access as you hear now. Once it stops, it tells you remove. I put my tool in. Okay. And now you can see this is actually a shrink by light. So you see here, I have all my lights. It's blinking saying this is the correct diameter. All I do is lift up. This is on a linear guide system. So I lift up, it actually comes down. And then once it hits the actual metal, it knows I've hit material, turn red, and now the actual cycle time starts for the cooling. So once it's done cooling, it will turn a different color, which would be blue. And that tells you it's cold to touch, you can remove it. Another benefit of this is if I wanted to, I could take another system and I can start heat shrinking another tool. This is a very nice time effective thing to where I can start heat shrinking the next tool and you don't lose your cycle. This will still remain red until it's cold. I heat the other one, I go ahead, cool it down, and I can start doing two things simultaneously. So now, as I said, now that it's cold, you see this blinking blue. That means it's cold to touch. I can now lift this back up. It's actually cold to touch. I can lift this up, no problem, and I'm ready for production. So, a couple other key benefits that I would like to point out about this machine, both hardware and software. Number one, I said that this particular model is an automatic coil. What I mean by that is, if I would select a different holder type in my software, you can see it actually turns blue and turns to the exact coil. Now again, I don't have to know what this holder is. Once I program this once, it's programmed for good. So I come up, I hit the scan function, and if you watch this green light, as soon as I scan it, it turns blue. It automatically turns to the exact diameter, and it knows exactly the heating parameters, the cooling parameters, everything. So the operator can be consistent. Doesn't matter first shift, second shift, third shift, doesn't matter. Now furthermore, what I can do, if you come in closer here, if I actually go to this software, a big question with heat shrink is how many times has my holder been heat shrunk in and out? Can I keep track of that? The answer is yes. All I have to do is go to this three dots and we have scan information. Again, because of our Zolar ID chip, we can ID each and every holder. Simple as an ID. Now, scan. Automatically, you see the holder number because this is actually a Zolar tool holder, which we also provide. Then, shrinking parameters by means exactly how long to heat, what the diameter is. So you don't have to know this. It already comes with, if you buy our holder, the 2D model, the 3D model, and all the heat shrink parameters. Now, number of shrinking processes. That means this holder's been shrunk 9 times. And this is a huge benefit because now you keep track of not only your tool life of your tools, but the tool life of your holder as well.